A very good evening. You're watching Big Bang with me, Shruti. Shrill horns and defective silencers in vehicles will be a thing of the past. Bengaluru traffic police have now come up with a new measure to curb sound pollution in the city. Take a look.
Does your vehicle have a shrill horn? Is your vehicle silencer defective? It's high time you get a low-pitch vehicle horn and a proper silencer in your vehicle. The Bengaluru traffic police have decided to suspend the registration certificate of vehicle owners if they have a shrill horn or a defective silencer. Speaking to News9 earlier today, Additional Commissioner of Police Dayanand said that strict action would be taken against those found guilty of violating the rules.
Noise pollution is a big nuisance in a city like Bengaluru. The Supreme Court and High Court have given certain guidelines to control noise pollution. One of the main issues is the use of shrill horns as well as defective silencers. We have examined the law and there is a provision for cancellation of the RC book if the vehicle is altered in any way to include shrill horns and defective silencers. We are going to implement this rule in the city. We will recommend this to the Transport Department in addition to booking a case, so they will then disqualify the RC of the vehicle.
Bengalurians had different viewpoints on the matter.
They should absolutely go ahead with that because that's public nuisance.
I feel that's definitely a right decision for them.
I think it makes sense, to me at least.
This is a very welcome decision by the Bangalore police or whoever it is.
Cancelling permanently the license is not a solution.
If not cancelling permanently, but yes, suspending it for some time.
I think other than that registration cancellation, they can impose a fine on all that.
Maybe some fine, maybe just starting with some fines. Registration cancellations is a very harsh way of doing it.
If you don't put the right laws in the place, people will not accept it so easily.
Yeah, we should be strict about it, or people will not follow it.
You know, these kind of things should be implemented in Bangalore, which is good because of the noise pollution or, because of the horn.
It is very difficult to have a control on the decibels of the horn because you can't really, give the equipment to police to say, no, this is the decibel limit. But probably like the number plates, you should probably have a designated brand or set of horns where you just have to choose them and then you...
See, if your vehicle is, the front of the vehicle is not going ahead, you just wait for it.
No matter what's in front of the car, you keep honking. You know the traffic is slow, but you still want to honk. So yeah, that's definitely a good move.
As per the Indian Motor Act, the ceiling for automobile horns is 82 decibel and anything above this is considered harmful to the human ear. RTO authorities during the raid found automobile horns that produce noise up to 100 to 120 decibels. The police have been taking action against those with shrill horns. The traffic police have collected more than 9 lakh rupees through fines in April alone. Will the new step taken by the Bengaluru traffic police be of any use? In the end, all that commuters want is that travelling becomes a hassle-free affair for them. A News9 report.
Well, the BBMP had given them a written assurance that they will have no reason to worry after June 1st. But instead of keeping their word, the government has imposed prohibitory orders on the people of Mandur. Here's a report on how they are being forced to suffer at the hands of the erring Palike.
The government has imposed prohibitory orders under Section 144 in Mandur, which has given the apparently ignorant BBMP more time at the landfills. Tons of garbage from Bengaluru is making its way into the village and there's absolutely nothing the residents can do about it. While the unhygienic environment caused by the mounting landfills has claimed lives, the rest are facing the looming danger of the infections in the air, water and soil. One such victim is Narayanamma, an elderly resident who is suffering at the hands of the erring Palike. According to her family, Narayanamma's weak health and lack of appetite is the result of the overpowering stench of landfills which clouds the village. The water that runs through their taps is contaminated with the slush which flows out of the dump yard. She has been suffering for over a year and her health is deteriorating with every passing day. And that is not the only such case here. From skin allergies to breathing problems and weak health, this old man is another unfortunate victim of the unhygienic environment. Even the cattle are not spared. Many cows and buffaloes are suffering from skin infections and the farmers can no more afford the treatment of these animals. It is so bad that many are questioning the nutritional value of the milk from the cattle.
We have Mr. Srinivas Gowda, one of the residents of Mandur, along with several others. As we pan the cameras, you can see this is the group. Of course, protesting is not allowed because of Section 144. They cannot protest in the area of Mandur. But yeah, let me speak to Mr. Gowda to really find out what the core of the problem is. Even as Mr. Gowda, the government has clamped down on Section 144. Section 144 they have clamped down. So ನೀವೀಗ ಹೇಗೆ ಪ್ರತಿಭಟನೆ ಕಂಟಿನ್ಯೂ ಮಾಡಿ?
ನಾವು ಈಗ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಸುಮಾರು ಸಾವು ನೋವುಗಳು ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಆಗ್ಬಿಡುತ್ತೆ ಕಸರಿಂದ. ನೆನ್ನೆ ಒಬ್ರು ತಿರೋದ್ರು, ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಮೊದಲು ಒಂದು 25 ವರ್ಷದ ಲಾಯರ್ ತಿರೋಗ್ಬಿಟ್ಟ. ಈಗ ಒಬ್ರು ಈಗ ಇವತ್ತು ನಾಳೆ ಈಗ ಪ್ರಾಣ ಬಿಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ ನಾರಾಯಣಮ್ಮ ಅಂತ. ನೆನ್ನೆ ಒಬ್ಬ ನಾರಾಯಣರಾವ್ ಅಂತ ಸುತ್ತೋದ್ರು. ಶ್ವಾಸಕೋಶದ ಇದು ಉಸಿರಾಟದ ತೊಂದರೆ ಎಲ್ಲಾ ಜನಪನ್ನ ಕೆಟ್ಟ ವಾಸನೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಸತ್ಯ ಹೆಣನು ಅಷ್ಟು ವಾಸನೆ ಬರಲ್ಲ, ಅಷ್ಟು ಕೆಟ್ಟ ವಾಸನೆ ಬರ್ತಾ ಇದೆ. ಅದರಿಂದ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಸಾವು ಬದುಕಿನ ಮಧ್ಯೆ ನರಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀವಿ. ಆದ್ರಿಂದ ಈಗ ನಮ್ಮ ಮೇಲೆ ಪ್ರತಿಬಂಧವಾಜ್ಞೆ ಹಾಕಿದ್ದಾರೆ, ಒಂದು ಸೆಕ್ಷನ್ 144 ಹಾಕಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಆದ್ರೆ ಅದನ್ನ ನಾವು ಗೌರವಿಸ್ತೀವಿ. ಮತ್ತೆ ನಾವು ಈಗ ಕಾನೂನು ಹೋರಾಟ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ. BBMP ಆಫೀಸ್ ಬಂದು ಹೋಗಿ ಉಪವಾಸ ಸತ್ಯಾಗ್ರಹ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ. ನಾವು ಈ ಕಸ ನಿಲ್ಲೋ ತನಕ ನಮ್ಮ ಸತ್ಯಾಗ್ರಹ ಯಾವತ್ತೂ ನಿಲ್ಲೋದಲ್ಲ, ಪ್ರತಿಭಟನೆ ಯಾವತ್ತೂ ನಿಲ್ಲೋದಿಲ್ಲ. ಖಂಡಿತ ಇದು ನಮಗೆ ಸಾವು ನೋವು ಬದುಕಿನ ಮಧ್ಯೆ ನರಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀವಿ. ನೋಡಿ, ಈತನಿಗೆ ಪಾಪ ಶ್ವಾಸಕೋಶದ ತೊಂದರೆ, ಎಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ಗಂಟ್ಲು ಬೇನೆ, ಈ ತರ ಬದುಕಾಗಿದೆ. ಆದ್ರಿಂದ ನಾವು ಯಾವುದೇ ಪ್ರತಿಭಟನೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಕಾಣಲ್ಲ.
ಈಗ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಏನ್ ಸಮಸ್ಯೆ, ಯಾಕೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಕೂತಿದ್ದೀರಿ?
ಇದು ಗಂಜಪ್ಪದ ಹೊಗೆ ಸುಮ್ಮನೆ ಅದು ಕಾರ್ಪೊರೇಷನ್ ಇದು ವಾಸನೆ ಎಲ್ಲ ಒಂಥರ ಇದಾಗಿ ಹೊಟ್ಟದೆ. ಏನು ಓಡಾಡಕ್ಕಾಗಲ್ಲ, ಏನು ಅಧ್ವಾನ ಆಗಿ ಹೊಟ್ಟು ಎಲ್ಲ ಸೊಳ್ಳೆ ವಿಪರೀತ ಆಗಲ್ಲ, ಮಾತಾಡಕ್ಕಾಗಲ್ಲ ಸರಿಯಾಗಿ. ನಿಂತ್ಕೊಂಡು ಕೂತ್ಕೊಂಡಕ್ಕೆ ಹೋದ್ರೆ ಬಿದ್ದೋಗ್ತೀನಿ.
The garbage dumping in Mandur began about 8 years ago. Though the residents did not see it then, they eventually realized that it was the garbage that had started to take a severe toll on their lives. They raised a hue and cry against the ignored landfills, which only fell on deaf ears. The villagers then took to protesting. It was after numerous such protests and extensive media coverage that the BBMP finally turned to them. But all they did was ask for more time. From one authority to another and even the state government, the residents say that all they did was push the deadline forward. Meanwhile, Bengaluru's garbage continues to make its way into this small village of 5,000 people.
Now we have with us one resident, Mr. Gowda. Mr. Gowda is a resident here ever since he was born. He and his aged parents live very nearby here. Mr. Gowda, now you're a resident here. Now you have seen the beginning of the protest from about 2008 onwards. Now why have you not been able to stop the government, successive governments, from dumping garbage here? What is your primary issue?
So first of all, the thing is, when the government, and including BBMP, the previous government, they keeps giving so many falsification also, that giving only the paper. They're saying that this is the one chance, 10 months, one chance, and 12 months. There is a 3-4
Did anyone give you any assurance?
The assurance is only in the paper. No, nothing has happened. This.
Did anyone give you any assurance in the past?
Yeah, they given assurance.
Who has given assurance?
The Jagdish Shettar, and was Yediyurappa, and this Sadanand Gowda. All the previous government has given assurance. Even now, Siddaramaiah, when has come.
Siddaramaiah given you an assurance?
Yeah, has given that 11 months. 10 months is this. This is already the government crossing the 1 year.
The Chief Minister is the head of the state. Have you gone before him?
No, that is the thing is, Mr. Ramalingam Reddy is the government concern. He is representing. He told us we are speaking to all matters to bring to the notice to the Chief Minister. The finally what the last week, when before the 144 section, Ramalingam Reddy said this, we'll take to the some people to the government, and finally yesterday, the Chief Secretary of Karnataka is saying that there is a real estate mafia. It is really very painful for the people. Such a big person sitting in his own statement. The government is there. He never visited the Mandu. He don't know what is the Mandu situation. He don't know what is the population.
Many villagers are said to have sold their land and moved away rather than stay back and risk their lives. Some have blamed the land mafia here to divert the focus from the Palike. With Mandur strategically located between the old Madras Road and Devanahalli, the land is said to be priced in crores. The Chief Secretary too endorsed this theory.
ಅದೇ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, ಅದು ಕೆಲವರು ಮೋಟಿವೇಟೆಡ್ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ, ಕೆಲವರು ರಿಯಲ್ ಎಸ್ಟೇಟ್ ಅವರು ಇದ್ದಾರೆ, ಅವ್ರ ಪಕ್ಕದಲ್ಲಿ ರಿಯಲ್ ಎಸ್ಟೇಟ್ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ ಕಡಿಮೆ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ ಅಂತ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ, ಅದು ಇದೆ.
The village may be peaceful due to prohibitory orders, but the villagers are not. Diseases and the stink run sky high in Mandur, and unless the people start seeing the difference soon, they have threatened to go on a satyagraha against the Palike. But going by how inactive the government has been towards them, many doubt if it will do any good. Bansi Kalapa, News9, Bengaluru.
As the people of Mandur continue to suffer due to the Palike's ignorance, freedom fighter H.S. Doraiswamy was invited to the Palike hall and briefed about the steps taken by the Palike regarding waste disposal by the mayor himself. Here's a report.
Freedom fighter Doraiswamy met Mayor B.S. Satyanarayan today to discuss the issue of waste disposal in Mandur. In fact, it was based on the mayor's invitation that the veteran met him at the Palike meeting hall. After he was briefed, a short film produced by Hydro Air Tech, a company from Mumbai, was aired. This short film had the issue of waste disposal as its theme. Later, he was also briefed about the 4-stage waste processing unit to be established.
ದಯಮಾಡಿ ನೀವು ಪಾಲಿಕೆಗೆ ಬನ್ನಿ ಅಂತ ಅವ್ರನ್ನ ಕೇಳ್ಕೊಂಡಿದ್ದೆ ನೆನೆ ಹೋಗಿ. ಅದಕ್ಕಾಗಿ ಅವರು ಇವತ್ತು ನಮ್ಮ ಪಾಲಿಕೆಗೆ ಬಂದಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಹಾಗೆ 4 ಪ್ರಾಜೆಕ್ಟು ಏನೇನು ಹಂತದಲ್ಲಿದೆ, ಯಾರ್ಯಾರಿಗೆ ವರ್ಕ್ ಆರ್ಡರ್ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದೀವಿ, ಯಾರ್ಯಾರು ಯಾವಾಗ ಕೆಲಸ ಪ್ರಾರಂಭ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ ಅಂತ ಹಂತವಾಗಿ ಅವರಿಗೆ ವಿವರವಾಗಿ ವಿಷಯ ತಿಳಿಸಿದ್ವಿ.
On his part, Doraiswamy promised that he would pay a visit to Mandur along with the mayor. He also urged the mayor, city in charge Minister Ramalinga Reddy, Principal Secretary Kaushik Mukherjee to spend some days in Mandur to understand the problems of the people better. He also made a request to the mayor.
ನಾವು ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀವಿ, ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನರಕ ನಮಗೆ ಸಾಕಾಗಿದೆ, ದಯವಿಟ್ಟು ಬೇಡಿ ಅದನ್ನು ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಹಾಕೋದನ್ನು ಮಾಡಬೇಡಿ. ಅದಷ್ಟೇ ಅಲ್ಲದೆ ಈ ಮಾತನ್ನು ಇವರು ಮಿಕ್ಕಿದ್ದಕ್ಕೆಲ್ಲ 6 ತಿಂಗಳು ಕೊಡ್ಬೋದು, ಆದರೆ ಈ ಕಸಾನ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಹಾಕೋದಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂತ ಒಂದು ತೀರ್ಮಾನ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು.
Meanwhile, the veteran has also expressed his displeasure over Ramalinga Reddy not answering his pertinent questions over Mandur satisfactorily.
ಫೋನ್ನಲ್ಲಿ ಹಿಂದೆ ಹೇಗೆ ಮಾತಾಡ್ತಿದ್ರು ಹಾಗೆ ಮಾತಾಡಲಿಲ್ಲ, ಏನೋ ಮೆಲ್ಲಗೆ ಏನೋ ಹೇಳಿಬಿಟ್ಟು ಇಟ್ಟಾಗ್ಬಿಟ್ರು. ಅಲ್ಲಲ್ಲ, ನಾನು ಇದು ನೋಡಿ, ಇದು ನಾನು ಅನುಭವಿಸಿರೋದು, ನನ್ನ ನೋವನ್ನು ನಾನು ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀನಿ. ನಾನು ಅಲ್ಲಲ್ಲ, ರಾಮಲಿಂಗಾರೆಡ್ಡಿ ಅವರು ಬೇರೆ ವಿಷಯಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ಇಷ್ಟು ಸ್ನೇಹವಾಗಿರುವಾಗ ಈ ವಿಷಯ ಇದೇ ನನ್ನ ಮನೆ ಕೆಲಸ ಅಲ್ಲ, ಅವ್ರ ಮನೆ ಕೆಲಸ ಅಲ್ಲ.
Talks are on to process the 25 lakh metric ton garbage dumped in Mandur. Sources suggest that the process would be outsourced to a company from Mumbai. However, a final decision will only be taken in the council meeting. Pramod, News9, Bengaluru.
Well, the fight for Mandur has reached the Chief Minister's residence. The people of Mandur came out in huge numbers and protested outside Siddaramaia's Krishna residence. This comes just days after representatives from Mandur met Chief Minister Siddaramaiah to discuss the garbage issue.